Hi everyone, and welcome to another Belgrade Art Show TV session. So today we are honored to show you what? Rope Berry Studio. In front of Rope Berry Studio is the owner, the founder, Mark. Mark, how are you?
I'm great, and thank you for coming.
We are very happy to be here and to kind of show our audience about what Rope Berry is, what does it represent, and what's this rope all about. And it's about a special technique, shibari. So Mark will tell us more about shibari. Tell us something like, what is shibari, what kind of technique or knowledge you can get for shibari, and what is like the whole Rope Berry about?
Well, shibari, just in short, is this art to tie people with a rope. It comes from Japan. It's about 400 years old, developed there in Japan as an art. And maybe 50 years ago it came to the West, and since then becoming more and more popular, especially in the Western cultures, Western countries. So contrary to what most people think, it's not some BDSM practice necessarily done in some dungeon, but it can be a very aesthetic, very artistic, very psychologically benefiting practice, which is also good for couples, good for singles that can practice by themselves. Basically, it's a very strong stress release therapy.
Oh, nice. I think that everybody here, especially in Belgrade, Serbia, need a stress release therapy, and I think that we don't have this thing like Rope Berry Studio or anything with ropes like here in Belgrade. How come you came to an idea to open a studio like this here in Belgrade?
Well, we are basically a startup here, as you can see, one of a kind, unique. One of the reasons why to make it here is because it does not exist before us. We hear some rumors that some people maybe practice this underground in some closed circles. But we actually wanted to make it very accessible to the general public and change this misconception that it's necessarily something kinky, and actually present it as something artistic, something safe. We have a big stress on safety and on consent, how to do it properly. So we want to basically to teach, and the reason why, because the best idea for a business, you want to share with people what you like to do. Yeah. So for us, this is what we like to do, which made our life very interesting. So I think other people can also benefit from this, and we are here to help. This
studio and Rope Berry and you, what do you want to achieve with having this studio here in Belgrade? And as I heard from the opening, you had many people or came here, you had many clients here who just want to learn more about, I think, themselves, about how to manage with each other, if it's a couple thing, or what else?
Well, I think the main point behind shibari, what except of being aesthetic, and many people find it aesthetic or maybe sexually attractive, that it's first of all therapy which is work on trust and on control. So to do a proper session, you need to trust the person, that you're actually giving total control basically over yourself, that you trust the person to tie you, let's say. So for many people, releasing of this control can be a very big step in this life, where we almost never let go of the control. So to release it in some safe situation with the person that you trust can make a very big impact on somebody's psychology, on somebody's well-being. Mostly it addresses issues of trust, control, letting go of this constant need to be in charge. And it works both ways. Also the people that they want to feel in charge and how it's like to controlling someone else through the rope and have this big responsibility that somebody's trusting you, or to be controlled and to let go and just to say I am now completely not controlling nothing and I'm trusting the person that is going to give me a proper good experience.
What do you think about the sexual side of shibari? Some people think that with this they can enhance their sexual activities and kind of make their sexual life much healthier.
Well, it's definitely true. Shibari is considered part of this BDSM culture, even though it's not really related, but many people use it in their BDSM relationships. I think that most of the people have some kind of fantasies about something like that. So what they can benefit from this is also kind of bring some spice into the sexual life. And maybe live these fantasies that maybe they only had some idea, like they saw in some movie, how to do, but they don't know where to start or how to do it safely or how to work with the rope. So we're also basically here to teach on that. If you want to have some sexual play as a couple, but you're not sure what are the safety precautions and where to start, how to do it. So yeah, definitely sexual practice is also part of that, but it's not the whole picture.
Of course. So shibari as a teaching program, like, can you tell us more about that? So if somebody come here to Ropeberry Studio and they want to do a workshop, what is that they can kind of rely on, or they can basically think that they will get and learn here?
So we just started here, and everybody here pretty much is a beginner. So we of course starting beginner level, and we have two types of classes, so to say. One is more technical classes that we teach a certain technique, and then we let people in couples practice, or if they find a partner, they can practice together. The second type, what we're doing, we call dynamic workshop, which is less about the technique, and we try to more teach people how to feel each other, how to interact, how to trust, all kind of dynamic exercises, feeling the rope, feeling the space, connected to themselves, involve little bit meditation techniques, movement, just let the people relax in the mood, trusting each other, and also doing some little rope techniques, but is more about interaction and less about actually doing some knots.
So Ropeberry is open to men and women, yeah, couples or groups.
Yes, likewise. Also now with the COVID situation, we're mostly focusing on private lessons. So if a couple or single, they want to have a private lesson, private workshop is definitely possible. Also, we work with models that they like to come and have a photo shibari session, and see how they look and use it for their own, maybe Instagram. So we can also do that. And this is what we're basically offering: classes, workshops, sessions on shibari.
It's a great new studio in Belgrade. So the next section is going to be about practical shibari, how to practice shibari, and we will see a short demonstration by Mark on one model. It's going to be amazing, so stay with us.
Now I'm gonna demonstrate a very simple decorative harness which is called the Hishi Karada, or in short diamond pattern. Hishi means diamonds. It's not restrictive in a way, it's something more decorative, and you can go with this, let's say, into a club and have a cool thing on you. So this is something also anybody can do. It's very basic, just an example of what we are.
Okay, let's see. So, what kind of rope is that? Okay, we need to say that these ropes are custom made here in Serbia, yeah?
That's right, and we actually had to go through big lengths to get this manufactured here, so we can use locally made ropes. A standard rope for shibari would have to be 8 meters long, of 6 millimeters width,
okay.
yes, and have to be natural. Usually are done either of jute or hemp. You could also do, of course, synthetic ropes, but it's not so safe, not so nice, doesn't feel so good on the body. And
Okay, so the ropes I have are perfect, yeah?
yes, you have amazing, perfect ropes done from jute and even painted in red.
Who tied me up?
It tied you up, Annie, our amazing partner in the studio.
Annie, thank you, Annie. Okay, so what are you doing now?
So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put the rope on Lina. I'm gonna show you the pattern, how to do it.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, it looks amazing. So, can you tell us how do you feel?
Well, I feel actually very good and calm. This one is maybe not the best decision for a therapeutic effect, but it's good for beginners who want to make like a first step in Shibari to get the first experience. And for this purpose, it's perfect.
Okay, can you tell us something more about this?
But this, well, there is not much to tell. There's a lot of just diamond patterns come in Shibari, repeating themselves, and you can, of course, do something more restrictive on top of that. You can put the hands of the person. This can be nice, of course, if it's on naked skin. So the people are free to experiment. We are giving some basic ideas, maybe, and that this can evolve. And we ourselves also like always to keep practicing and coming up with new ideas. This is very classic.
Okay, this is a perfect example, the kind of the level 1, yeah, the Shibari session. So it's amazing. So let's skip to another section, the question. Hi everyone, and here we are again with the crew of the Shibari Ropeberry studio. So, can you tell us something more about your companions?
Well, this is Lina, and she's also my partner. And from the start, we had this idea together to start this startup. And this is here Ani, which we invited especially to come because she's a big specialist in Shibari and has a lot of artistic ideas. And this is Alejandro, which we also invited to join us. That he's a very good photographer, which had not done any Shibari photography, but had done some very, very interesting stuff, including combat photography. I think would be very useful for our project.
Okay, can you tell us something more about yourself and your experience with Ropeberry?
I do Shibari for a year as a model, so most of the cases I'm tied up, and I got very positive experience of it because it's truly can relax you very well. It even though it's a restriction, you feel absolutely free somehow in your mind, and it gives a really nice feeling to your body. And in last time, I also started to explore the other side of it. I started to learn how to be a rigger, and so far, yeah, I enjoy both roles.
Nice. Now, the beloved lady who tied me up, can you tell us something more about yourself and your role in the Ropeberry studio? Here we go.
Thank you. So I guess my role here is also a rigger. I just have kind of creative mindset for playing with ropes because I come from a dancing, healing, therapeutic background with a lot of artistic experience with circus and acrobatics and all that. And for me, it was just amazing new way to explore the ways of the body, like the movement while you're restricted. And as I said, I also have some therapeutic background, and it was just like all comes into one, and that's what attracted me a lot in this, because I still did not manifest all my crazy ideas. They're yet to come. So I hope it happens in the next few weeks, and I hope we'll have opportunity to invite you and to see it, because it's gonna be hopefully mind-blowing. I am in Shibari about a year and a half actually, so I'm a beginner. I would not call myself, thank you Mark for the big compliments, a specialist, but I'm enthusiastic about it, and I have quite a long journey with ropes in general, because I did some sailing and I do climbing, which literally means that my life hangs on and depends on ropes. So when I first got exposed to Shibari, kind of by mistake and accident, that was like just so natural to me. Like I just seen a performance, and then I just like copied the entire performance just without any explanation. I just could do it. So the guy just came to me and he was like, "You should do this. You're very talented." So that's my journey so far, and yeah, I don't know. I just met actually Mark in Shibari Festival a year ago, and actually when they had this crazy idea, he somehow thought of me because I'm a spontaneous, nomadic person traveling a lot, and he's like, why won't you come and chip in with these crazy ideas of yours? Yeah, sounds exciting, why not? So here I am.
Thank you, and we are looking forward for your art soon. Now, our beloved photographer. So, how are you? And tell us something more about yourself, your profession. Photography is something that it's an amazing art, something that Belgrade Art Show promotes a lot. So, tell us something about your experience here as a photographer and your artistic experience abroad, and what are you looking forward to do here in Belgrade?
Hi. My experience in photography, I studied photography in Portugal. Then I worked in a newspaper for like 1 year. Then I went to Paris. In Paris I started to do more street photography. And I did an exhibition there. It worked well. Then I started to search for documentary fields. And then there was a time of just after the revolution in Tunisia. I went to Tunisia to photograph after the revolution. And then I become more political involved with photography. And I photographed conflicts also. Went to Iraq, 8 months in Iraq. Then there was a moment that I wanted to go out of that war scene and just travel and photograph beautiful things. And on the way I met Mark in a gathering in Georgia. And we keep in touch and invite me to come here and photograph his work and try to promote his work. And I just arrived yesterday.
Okay.
It's quite new for me here.
Quite new. Okay, and with us here's my friend. He would like to ask some questions about Shibari and like what kind of inspiration can you get from this, and if you're looking forward to do something with your partner, what would that be?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask, actually, because I'm new to Serbia as well. I haven't been here very long either, and new to Shibari. So, what could I get if, like, me and my lady came as beginners?
Well, this is pretty much depends on you. What's your request, basically, from us? What you like to learn? If you want to spice up sort of your life in the bedroom, we can teach you techniques, that can be useful and simple, and with stress on safety and how to make a proper negotiation. Because even when it's your partner or your girlfriend, still we need to negotiate certain things in order just to be safe and feel safe and have a good experience and not mess up. If you say we want to go advanced techniques and we want to learn how to suspend ourselves, how to fly, we can start working on that, and that takes some time to a lot of practice, step by step. But for beginners, we have for sure we can show many useful simple things, and our main concern is not really teaching how to tie the knots, but actually educate on safety, respect, consent. Even the couples, they can discover a lot about their own relationships through this if it's done properly, and not just let's tie you up and see what happens. We can end up bad. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be it for today's art show session. We invite you all to come and explore Rope Berry Studio and Shibari Technique. We are looking forward for art sessions and educational segment of this, and also if you want to get roped and enhance your sexual activity, come here and learn from the best. Thank you guys.
Thank you.